Hi, and welcome to today's Snack Size video. Today I'd like to talk to you about grieving children. You may have children in your Sunday school class, in your small group, who are experiencing some really powerful feelings of grief if they've lost a parent or a grandparent or a sibling or someone simply that's just been close to them. How do you help a grieving child to deal with all of their overwhelming feelings? Here are a few tips. The first thing to remember is that everyone has unique feelings. Not everyone processes grief in the exact same way, so you need to meet a child where they're at and not expect them to handle things exactly the way that you might. Another thing to remember is to support them as they go through it. Don't encourage them to get over it, but walk with them through the process. Listen to them when they need to talk. Make contact with them regularly. A lot of grieving people say that when they go through a really struggling time and a time of overwhelming grief, a lot of friends just leave because they don't know how to handle it. The best thing that you can do is to be there for a person who's grieving regularly and just lend them a listening ear. And that's what you can do for the children that you know who are grieving. Another thing to do is to give them some hope. Let them know that even though their feelings of grief won't ever go away completely, that they will soften over time and that they will start to have moments when they can feel good again. Offering them a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel may be helpful. Another thing to remember is that you need to be honest with them. A lot of times children have deep questions about death, about physically what it's like to die, but also spiritually, what happens to you after you die. Please don't trivialize their concerns. Talk with them honestly about what happens. Answer their questions in an honest way, and then they can know that you can be relied on and trusted in to give them true information. And then finally, point them to Jesus. I think one of the things that gives believers a tremendous amount of hope is knowing that this life isn't all there is, that we have a home forever with Jesus. And so if this child has a family member who's died, who's a believer, you can point to that, point to the hope that we have in that as well. Hopefully these are some ways that you can reach out and minister to any child that you know who's grieving. And that's your latest tip for raising kids in Christ.